Sup, gigglers?
Here, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
What is up, my G-Shockers?
What the f is that?
Do you remember those watches, the G-Shocks?
No.
Oh.
Was that something for athletic girls?
No, but it definitely wasn't the cool girl thing.
Oh, okay. Then no, I didn't know about it. Oh, wait. I do know what you're talking about. They were like thick. And big.
Like different colors.
Yes.
G-Shocks.
Yes. Okay,
I feel like saying G-Shockers sounded like
very
position.
Yeah, it did.
Like putting something in something you shouldn't. Anyway, gigglers, we are here. We had a really eventful week. Like normally we don't have much to talk about, but this week we were like everywhere.
We also are recording like so late for us. Not in the day, but
it's going to be like real current shit.
Yeah, this is current.
We both went to the US Open separate times. Mm-hmm. We couldn't align the dates together, but how was your US Open experience?
Okay. I love the US Open. I think it's chic. I think it's cool. I have never once known who I was going to watch play. I've never inquired. I've just been like, yeah, we're going. I loved my outfit.
Don't matter.
They don't.
What'd you wear?
I wore this cute little brown skirt from Forever 21 and then like a white button up and sneakers. I loved my outfit. So I had a good time.
Yeah.
But when I was there, like I have gone to professional sporting events in New York and not in New York, and like you just align with the New York crowd because you're a New Yorker and it's just fun, and it's fun when they go crazy. But I can honestly say I've never seen a crowd in New York City get so hype for someone the way they did for Layla. Like, I was sitting there and I was like, wait, why are we so obsessed with this girl? What's going on? And my girlfriend that, like, I went with, she was like, oh, my God, she's, like, Canadian. She's 18. And so then I had to look, like, everything up about her. I'm looking up her stats, like, looking up all these facts about her. And I was like, wait, this girl is a powerhouse. And it was just amazing. Who did you see play?
So I went to the day matches at the US Open, and night matches are two different vibes. Day match is very like you roam around, it's casual. Night matches are like it's time to go to the club. Yeah. Like the lights are on,
everyone's drinking,
dark. People are hammered, they have their honey deuces. Did you have a honey deuce?
Of course. I sat in the Grey Goose box.
How was it?
They're phenomenal. It's just like a drunk fruit is my jam.
A fruity buzz?
Yeah.
That's all I need. So I went with Des. We watched a bunch of people. I saw Raducanu play, actually. The girl ended up beating Layla in the final.
Oh, wow. And she's young, too, right? She's only like, I think she's like 19 or something.
She's 18. Layla just turned 19.
Right.
And the New York City crowd loves an underdog more than anything.
New York loves a comeback story.
New York loves a comeback story. They love a rally. They love they love a story. Yeah. So like, and Layla's attitude, like she knew, like as a player, you don't learn this. It's almost just innate. You either know how to pump up the crowd or you don't. Yeah. And Layla knew exactly how to be like, yeah. And everyone would go crazy. Were you going crazy with the crowd?
Going crazy. Also, after she won, this is like my reality TV, like public persona brain. After she won, and you know how they interview you like on the court, whatever, all of her answers, I was like, what a PR dream this girl is. Like the answers. And then after she won, she like said something about 9/11, or after she lost to the girl you saw.
Oh my God, you watched the final?
Yeah, because I was just like, well, I didn't watch it, but I looked up like the highlights because my dad texted me and was like, oh, that little girl lost.
Yeah.
And so I like was looking everything up, and I was watching her like give her interview, and she's just so wholesome and cute. And like this is obviously not the last time we'll see her. I think she'll be amazing.
Are you a tennis commentator now?
I think I might be.
You just go, and this is definitely not going to be the last time we're going to see Layla.
Yeah. And Layla is someone to watch, people.
Her short backswing really can handle a lot of the pace of a lot of the players. We love the slice serve out wide. It really dominates.
When I was watching it, I couldn't help but think about you.
Oh, baby, thank you.
Because the pressure that they must feel, like, I just feel like being a tennis player is so different from any other sport because, like, if you lose, that's on you. You can't blame anyone.
The other player on the team.
You can't blame, like, the ref. You can't be like, we weren't cohesive today. Like, we just didn't have our vibe. Like, it's all you. And that's terrifying.
Why, like, but when you win, you feel like so fulfilled and so proud of yourself. But then when you lose, you're like, I'm the worst player that ever did this. But also, because it's a singular sport, it makes sense why I don't do well in group dynamics, you know?
No, it makes a lot of sense.
But it really is like a lonely ass sport. And that's why I think these players, what also sucks, like my negative perspective of it is like, okay, these two 18-year-olds had no pressure. I mean, they have their own pressure, but compared to the other players, they're just playing for the love of it. They're on the up and up. Yeah. But now they've become like champions and finalists. And then the next tournament, it's going to be like, okay, well, can they keep this up? Like, it's really a mental warfare.
It's like you have 1 second of celebrating and then it's on to like the next, like, okay, well, there's
and
another
you're like
tournament.
Only as good as your last match.
Oh no.
But like these people have incredible mental, like they're all with psychologists and but yeah, like Naomi Osaka, after she won the US Open and then she won like 1 or 2 other Grand Slams, she just was like, I'm just scared not to lose and this isn't fun for me anymore, and she quit. And Layla made her quit tennis.
That's crazy. Okay, here's my gossip part of my brain. When you're in that environment, I feel like there's not that many. Like, does everyone know everyone?
Yeah.
And does everyone hook up with everyone?
There are a lot of hookups on the tour because the guys and girls, the tournaments aren't always together, but when they are, it's like there's no one else. Right. So, like, there's a lot of hooking up that goes on, but it's hard to have a sustainable relationship as a professional athlete, especially tennis player, because you're traveling to a different place every single week. So a lot of them end up dating their coaches or their trainers because you get this, like, serious emotional connection with them because you have to trust them with everything. So a lot of them are married to, like, people on their team. And then there's the occasional couple, like Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf.
Okay.
Oh, you would love that story. So Andre Agassi was married to Brooke Shields.
Stop.
Yep.
Okay.
But the second he married her, he started like losing everything, and he was kind of distracted. He was in the press a lot. It was very like.
So did people hate her? Did they think she was
no?
Like, bad
people
luck?
didn't hate her, but they were just like, we don't think this is good for him necessarily. And then, do you know who Steffi Graf is?
No.
She's one of the greatest female tennis players of all time.
Okay.
Who was playing when he was playing, and apparently on her fridge. Oh no! On Brooke Shields' fridge, she had a photo of Steffi Graf because she loved her legs. She has these really athletic legs, and she just said, "I always loved Steffi Graf's legs." Andre Agassi falls in love with Steffi Graf. And they're married forever, and they have adorable children, and they're just like the tennis powerhouse couple.
I love it. Do you think Brooke Shields is happy for them?
Yes, I think she is. I think she is.
Feel better.
Because also, like, sometimes let tennis players like be crazy together, you know?
And like we've talked about this before. We've talked about it with like you and Des being comedians. There is a different connection when it's like you can talk about work stuff because you both understand so deeply like what the other person is talking about.
Yeah. And it's like unique problems that like other people would think are insane, but you guys kind of can deal with it.
Right. Oh my God. I love the tennis drama. Tennis is so chic. There was, okay, did you also see how like I think it was on like Barstool Sports or like ESPN. It was ESPN TV. And they like panned to this girl and she like chugged her drink.
Yes.
And then they came back to her, and she, like, I don't know if it was, like, her boyfriends or her friends or whatever, and she took his drink, and then she chugged it. People were freaking out. And they
Like,
were, like,
mad?
Yeah. They were like, this is the U.S. Open. This isn't, like, hockey or, like, NASCAR. And then other people were like, dude, we're in New York. Like, we're not at Wimbledon. We're not at the French Open. Like, we're New Yorkers. Chug your drink.
I was about to say Wimbledon is chic as U.S. Open is, like, ratchet.
Yeah. And like, so then
US Open, we boo people for, like, taking a bathroom break. Like, U.S. Open is scary. This crowd is insane.
So then when I'm sitting there, I go into an immediate sweat because I'm like, what if I get on the Jumbotron? Do I chug my drink, or would people hate me?
Did you see? You didn't see the stars at the final? Bradley Cooper was sitting with Brad Pitt. And then amazing. Leo was in the back with, like, his mask. And it's like, we get it. It's Leo.
Oh, my God. It's just such a... I have always said this. New York in the fall is such a vibe. Like, no one, unless you live here, you don't really understand it because, like, there's Fashion Week. There's the U.S. Open. Like, the weather is still warm. You don't need a jacket. But, like, it's so much fun. There's something going on every single night.
Oh, I do have to say one more thing about Layla. You're right. Yeah. We were listening to the final speech, Des and I, and she takes the mic, and, like, after I lose a tennis match, I'm a monster. Or I would just go in the bathroom and cry in between sets, like, look in the mirror and be like, ah, and then go out completely composed.
I do that, and I don't even play sports.
That's just going to the bathroom.
That's just me having to pee.
But Layla was so composed after her loss. Such a good sport.
She was.
And she said something so poignant about 9/11. She said, I hope I can be as strong and resilient as New Yorkers. And Des and I look at each other, and he goes, is she running for president?
No, seriously.
She has my vote.
Layla for president. All I could think about was, like, whoever her PR is, they're so proud of her right now.
My God. But that's the thing with these sponsors. Like, everyone... Naomi Osaka had so much pressure from all these sponsors. Yeah. But then Naomi pulled out and basically was like, I don't know if I'm going to play tennis again. And then the sponsors see Layla, and it's like they're just on to the next. They have no, like, allegiance to anyone.
Same with, like, Simone Biles. Like, I feel like there's no way Naomi felt confident enough to do that without Simone Biles doing it. Don't you feel like that?
Yeah, it might have affected each other.
Yeah.
Also, Naomi has, like, $50 million. So do it. Pop off, sis. Do whatever you want.
If I had $50 million, you'd never see me again.
You'd never see me again.
Like, you just would never. I would go Instagram dark for 10 years.
But it does show you, like, the ebbs and flows of, like, a career in the public eye.
Yeah.
And how, like, you're going to have hot times, you're going to have down times, but ultimately you can't control it.
I saw a meme the other day, and it was about Justin Bieber, and it was like, every time I get mad at something stupid Justin Bieber says, I remember that we took him at 11 years old, made him sing and dance for us, never let him go to a real school, and then gave him hundreds of millions of dollars to see what he would do. Like, and it's so true. Like, people are humans, and, like, they have emotions, and they, like, sometimes it's hard. Dude, perfect example, not perfect example, but, like, an example. I posted a video, like, an Instagram story the other day that was wholesome of me feeding a horse. The amount of DMs that I got of people being like, oh my God, did you gain weight? Like, yeah, looks like you gained a lot of weight. Like, this so doesn't look like you. And I was just like, in what world did that thought go through your brain and then you actually typed it out and sent it to me? And, like, granted, a lot of people are like, she'll probably never see this. I see it.
Well, but what kind of energy are you putting into the world? Like,
right.
What made you think that would make the world a better place?
And, like, it's hard to not sound cliche, but in no way would a guy post that same video and maybe look, like, a little bigger than normal and anyone be like, wow, it looks like you gained weight.
1,000%. And also, no way would these people ever have the nerve to say that to your face. But because they're safe behind a computer and probably user 12756.
Right.
Do you know what's so funny? Obviously, I was getting trolled really bad during reality TV. Instagram has this new thing where you block someone and it also blocks all the other accounts they have.
Yeah.
I just have to say, There's not that many haters as I thought.
Thank you, Instagram.
Because I did a couple blocks and she got real quiet.
Yep. Thank you, Instagram. I don't know how they figure that out because, like, if you make an Instagram, you have to connect it to your email. So can you have multiple accounts on one email?
Maybe they do that, or maybe it's a phone number, or maybe it's like an IP address.
Now we're getting too technical.
Yeah,
if you can figure out different IP addresses to make new Instagram accounts, like, go work for NASA. What are you doing here? Like,
what are you doing trying to tell an influencer she's chubby?
Yeah, like, what? Why are you here?
Cure cancer, bitch.
Yeah, do something productive.
One last thing about the US Open.
Yeah.
I was so excited to go. I flew in from Kansas City I had to wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Flew in at noon. Des picked me up at LaGuardia, and we went straight there.
Wait, he picked you up at the airport?
Yeah.
Stop. I feel like that never happens in New York.
Because we were in Queens already, and we didn't want to go back to Manhattan to go back to Queens.
Got it.
It was a logistics thing.
Okay.
But we got there, and I was starving. So naturally, I had a foot-long hot dog. Mm-hmm. Not that easy to eat. I had sauerkraut. It just got everywhere.
You had the whole thing.
But I did it.
Yeah.
Then I was like, obviously it was a little food coma, and I started like getting sleepy, and I was like, I need coffee. And I don't have coffee that often.
Yeah, no, I know.
So I had coffee, and then while we were having coffee, I somehow convinced Des to let us have burrata also. It was at like one of those Italy places.
Yes, I saw that.
We got burrata, and the match finished, and we got back in the car. You know when you get like a gas bubble that wants to ruin your life? Mm-hmm. I had the worst gas bubble. I was like, I'm not going to myself. Like, I'm going to have projectile diarrhea.
It's crazy that this is how this conversation is going, because before you started talking about your bowel movements, I literally thought, wow, that's so sweet. All of Hannah's favorite things in one place, like her man, tennis match, some burrata, and then you're like, I will myself.
Okay, my IBS is part of me. I felt it a little, and I'm like, I'll be fine. It takes 25 minutes to get home. I was at the point where I couldn't speak.
No, I
because you know how you're focusing.
Yeah.
And it comes in waves, so you're just like, I just have to get back.
And like your stomach gets so tight, and you have to bend over. Like you have to be like, no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
And at first, I was like, do we not tell him? Like, do we just pretend I'm like sleepy right now? And then I was just like, my tummy hurts. Like I tried to be cute about it. Like, my stomach is just like hurting a little. And he's like, oh, is it hurting? I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, if we don't get home in 5 minutes, I'm gonna die. I made him. We have like, I'm not trying to brag, but his apartment complex does have a parking lot, which is a reason why I said yes to the engagement.
As
I
you
was
should.
I was like, you need to drop me off. And he was like, are you serious? And I was like, you need to drop me off. So I made him drop me off.
Also,
and
you want that 5 minutes in the apartment by yourself.
It was.
Yeah.
And I walk in, and I'm like, Butter's like, meow, meow, meow. I'm like, not now, Butter. Mama needs to drop the kids off at the pool. And then he came back, and I just was like, everything's great. We're great.
Everything's amazing.
Don't go in the bathroom for about 17 minutes, but everything's great.
But I love you, and thank you so much for the most beautiful day. I had the best time with you.
But then he's so funny because he knows me, and he's like, you don't do well with cheese. Why would you have burrata? And I was like, because I only live one life.
Reward, baby. Risk and reward.
I will never say no to a burrata in my vicinity.
No, it's against our religion.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not
literally,
my fault.
God would come down from the heavens and be like, remember where you came from.
Also, Paige, what do you think is the coincidence that like every hot girl I know has IBS?
Dude, I don't know, because
God was like, you can't have it all.
Yeah, we'd be too powerful if we could eat a ton of dairy and also run the world. We need to take a few bathroom breaks in between.
My stomach problems keep me humble, and if I could be at the party all night, no one would be able to handle that kind of energy.
Yeah, like I've made it an art of like holding it in.
I do think you're better though at like pacing yourself with meals. Like I'll see you be like, okay, this is gonna ruin me, so I'm gonna like have a bite and I'll like pick on it all night.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, I'm gonna black out and shovel.
I feel like I consume less calories if I eat for a longer period of time.
The way you eat is how I drink.
Yes. Oh my God. Wait, that's so
drink
true.
Like a bird. Like I just like sippy sip where like other people it just goes down real fast.
Like I'll chug.
Like I'm never that friend where you're like, you were sober 2 seconds ago. You'll be like, honey, you've been drinking all night and you're not drunk.
Yeah, you're like
and I'm
nursing drinks. Like, okay, that's how I am with a Chipotle burrito. Like I will have a couple bites and then I'll set it down and I'll wait. I'll go do something, then I'll come back, I'll eat some more of it. And then like by the end of the night I finish the burrito, but I don't feel as stuffed.
I've never gotten to the point where my Chipotle burrito got cold.
Wow. Okay. I've never gotten to the point where the ice in my drink has melted.
We get it.
Yeah.
We understand each other. Okay, sweet. Whenever you was open, Fashion Week. Do you have any fun stories from Fashion Week?
Oh my God. Okay, Fashion Week was so fun, and it was like out of nowhere that Access Hollywood called me and they were like, okay, we want to send you to the Revolve like Peter Dundas show and we're going to send you over like an outfit. And in my head, I had to be like cool on the phone. I was like, yeah, no, that sounds great. In my head, I was like,
let me check my let me talk to my people. Okay, they said okay.
I've like manifested this. Yeah. And it was so much fun. And I ended up seeing Emily Ratajkowski like live in person. When I tell you, she's not like model tall, but like she's tall. Mm-hmm. She's a pixie stick also.
Yeah.
Her face, there's no rhyme or reason why someone should be born with this pretty of a face. Like, I couldn't stop looking at her. Like, I was like, I probably look like a weirdo, but I am obsessed with you. And
it's like art.
No, it's like, I was like, why did God give you such a symmetrical face?
She has IBS, don't worry.
She's herself. And then Sierra was there. She's stunning. Lori Harvey, who I've never seen in person. A porcelain doll. Like, I've never seen skin so clear in my life. Like, to the point where I'm like, are you guys real? Like, are you actually humans? But it was so much fun. And fun fact, every single model that went down the runway almost ate. Like, absolute catastrophe. Like, every single time, everyone at the end of the runway would go, because they were walking on, it wasn't glass, but it was like a mirror reflection, like, runway. It looked sick. And we were on the roof of Casa Cipriani, which is like this new like Cipriani hotel, like all the way downtown. So like the venue was cool as like looked great, but it was so slippery at the end. And so like you could tell that models that were walking like with a purpose would get to the end of the runway, not realize how slippery it was, and slide a little bit, and then with their momentum like turn and walk the other way.
So it was like Deer on Ice.
That's exactly what it was. And
Stars on Ice.
I was like, if one of these 5'9" models fall, it's on me. So like, what will I do in that instance?
They put these models through. What's funny is when you watch it, you're like, oh, they're just putting their right foot in front of their left foot. But then you'll see non-models walk, and you're like, wait, that's not that easy.
No, it looks terrifying. One girl's shoe broke. And I like looked down and like the strap is off of her shoe. And she's walking like an absolute powerhouse. She was the mitochondria of the fashion show. She's the powerhouse of the cell. And she literally, by God's grace, it was just staying on. I don't know how they were doing it.
You know, people bet on sports. They should just start betting on like which model's going down. That's what
they should.
Would have been doing.
I give them a lot of credit. That is not, to have so many people watching you.
Also, a lot of them probably haven't eaten for like 3 weeks, so they're very dizzy.
Probably.
So I went to, Rebecca Minkoff show.
Oh yeah, how was your Fashion Week experience?
You go, oh, I forgot. You had a moment on fashion. I shouldn't have been there. So basically Elle magazine, which was Paige and myself's first breakout article together.
Yes, it
Check
was.
It out, swipe up.
I'll never forget that. We did that interview at Soho House. So chic of us.
In the hallway.
Yep.
Oh my God. Throwback.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was chic though, in the hallway. We almost got kicked out. But
yeah, you're not allowed to talk on your phone at Soho House. So you have to go in the hallway if you have a conference call.
So Elle reached out and they said, we want to do a show called, an article called Fashion Week Virgins.
Okay.
Front row virgins.
Okay.
And I was like, thanks for assuming I've never been to a show. You're right.
Like kind of insulting, but spot on.
Yeah, they wanted me to make a funny article about my experience at Fashion Week. And I was like, honestly, this is so on brand. Thank you for understanding me. So I'm going to Rebecca Minkoff. They send me this like black dress we love. Mm-hmm. But it's so funny because the day before I'm like a mess at a comedy club. Like truly, if you saw my outfit, you would have been like, did you not learn anything?
Yeah.
So, but I was like, I have an outfit. I can't this up. And I get there and we walk in the room and there's no models. And there's just like some bloggers walking around. And I'm with like the Elle editor. And I was like, what's up? What's happening? And she's like, honestly, I have no clue what's happening. And then they're like, Rebecca's coming. And Rebecca Minkoff walks in and she goes, welcome to the first ever NFT fashion show.
No way.
And if you look, it's basically like posters all around. She's like, these are 3D cryptocurrency, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I honestly blacked out.
Yeah,
and she was like, welcome to the new metaverse of fashion. And I was like, is this apocalypse?
We get too crazy.
And then I was like, okay, not only was I going to have trouble writing about fashion, now I have to write about fucking NFTs.
Dude, I don't know what they are.
So I'm like,
you could have someone explain it to me for 2 hours. I don't get it. I'll never understand what it is. You just dated
a lot of finance bros.
Yes, I have. And like, I still don't get it.
So I'm standing there and with the editor, and it is very techie. Like you can buy the NFTs on iPads. It's all virtual, and we're kind of walking around. But I'm not about to like ask her about NFTs, and she's not about to explain it to me.
Right.
But Rebecca Minkoff is a badass.
Yeah,
like,
she's
is very cool. She started her company during, I think, the year of 9/11, and in 2001, and she's very just like New York hardcore, and the stuff was beautiful. But then there was apparently there was an interviewer who called herself Minnie Wintour.
Yep.
That I sent to you.
Yes.
This girl was so cute. I have.
How old is she?
She looked like she was 6.
Yeah.
Give her.
You have to.
I mean, face was 6.
Have to look at this girl's Instagram because she's so adorable. And Hannah sent it to me, and I go, "Oh my God, that's my daughter." And Hannah responded and goes, "Or mine." And and I was like, "Could you imagine?" She goes, "I'd literally give her to you." And that's true.
So this girl, I'm scared of people at Fashion Week. Like I feel like they have no souls. I feel like they're scary people.
Yeah.
This girl was doing full like 60-second dialogues to the camera. And her name is Taylin Biggs, but no one's talking to her too. Like everyone's scared of her. Like when there's a room and there's a hierarchy of like who's the coolest in the room. It's
the
really
6-year-old
weird.
took
the
that
6-year-old was like, no one make eye contact with me. But as a silly bitch, I was like, I need to talk to her. So I go up to her and I say, excuse me, what's your Instagram handle? And she doesn't even say it. She just goes, TAYLENBIGGS. And I was like, oh my God, could you repeat that? Like I missed that. And she was like, TAYLENBIGGS. And I was like, and I was like, can I take a video with you? And she's like, yep.
She metaphorically stuffed you in a locker.
Literally stole my glasses and stepped on them. And then I did one of those things where I kind of like do an Insta story where I kind of give them the floor. Like I'll be like, so what are you going to say? And some people freeze and just laugh and go, delete that. She was just on it, like came up with some funny line. And then I just looked at her and I tried to have a moment like from a wise older woman to a young one. And I just said, by the way, I do some hosting and what you're doing is really hard. And you should be proud of yourself. And she goes, no, it's not. And I was like, I'm gonna remove myself. I'm gonna leave. Thank you for your time. I'll Venmo you.
No, I'm crying.
She goes, no, it's not.
Her for president. Her for president.
And if you go to her Instagram, which you guys have to look at, because you're going to look and be like, that girl definitely told Hannah she's not cool enough to be at the fashion show. Yeah. Her first line is... She
turns to her security and she's like, we need to start tightening this list.
She's like, Mom, never let that happen again, okay?
An absolute badass.
Her thing says, official backstage host for New York Fashion Week, Minnie Wintour, Lil Slate, actress, philanthropist. This bitch is a philanthropist.
This bitch has a better resume than me.
She's like, if you need help, give your name to my mom and we'll add you to the list for charities, donations, whatever you need to leave me the f alone. And I was like, okay, thank you, Mrs. Diggs. I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'll go fuck
that's
myself.
so cute. Oh my God, if my daughter
She was honestly the best part. She was the best part of the show. But yeah, I have to write an article now about NFTs at Rebecca Minkoff's, and I'm just like,
that sounds
stupid.
Like yeah.
I thought I was gonna be like talking about the outfits, and I'm just like, yeah. And I was joking with the editor. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun to write about. And in my head, I'm like, can't think of one sentence.
No,
forgot how to put words together. Also, I just got my self-esteem stomped by a 6-year-old.
Oh my God, if I would go into immediate cold sweat like I was back in college. Like, I didn't read the book. I can't write this paper. I didn't read the book.
I feel like you always have those dreams, like those nightmares about like not being able to read at school and stuff.
I had a dream last night that someone said that my Spotify playlist was trash. And I was so embarrassed.
We have to update our Giggling Squad playlist, by the way. We have to have a day where we just order Chipotle and just like update. Speaking of dreams, I have these like constant anxiety dreams of just like being in college and not knowing what class I'm supposed to be at next. And then even if I do find it, I don't know how to get there.
What does that mean?
It's like a control thing. Like, oh, I lost control.
Do you ever type your dreams into Google and like see what comes up? You have to start doing it.
Oh my God, that's fun.
Like I had this dream, this is like a couple months ago. So I forget what it even was, but like something about snakes. And I typed it in and it was like, if you have snakes in your dream, even if they don't make sense in your dream, but you like see a snake or a snake is there. I forget what no. This is what it was. I forget what the snake one was. But I had a dream that all my teeth fell out.
Yep, I have the same thing.
And I typed that in and there was like, you have said something that you regret saying and you can't let it go. Like try and figure out what it was and like either apologize for it or like forgive yourself for it. But it's like your subconscious being like, I wish I didn't say that. Or like yeah.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
Being on reality TV, that is every day.
Yeah. Every damn day.
I've looked at it. Sometimes like, my teeth will crumble in my mouth.
Yeah.
And I Googled it, and they said something also that, I mean, there's obviously different perspectives, but they said, like, you're afraid of how people are seeing you. Because, like, smiling is associated with, like, ego.
Yeah.
And, like, how people, if they like you, and it's, like, you're scared of, like, people's
perception of you.
Yes.
Wow. What a segue into
Amazing.
What I need to talk about now. Okay. Speaking of people's
President Layla.
perception. So this past weekend, I went on a very wholesome family weekend. And I learned a few things about myself.
Did you have a wellness retreat without me?
Pretty much. No, I went on a wellness retreat. And it was the best weekend ever. But what I learned about myself leading up to that weekend was I am a whore. Because let me tell you something. I don't own one bathing suit that my ass isn't just completely out. I literally had one bathing suit to pack to like hang out at a very nice family's home for the weekend. And I was terrified to even put it on. Thank God I don't have like big boobs, because I was like, I can't go with my ass out and my boobs out and like short shorts. And I was freaking out. I actually, in the process, insulted my best friend from high school so badly because I FaceTimed her at 2 a.m. on Thursday evening and was like, hey, you're basic. Help me pack basic.
How do normal people dress?
I didn't say those exact words to her, but I was like, hey, you love jeans and T-shirts.
You've been to
what
church?
Do I wear?
Well, it's not your fault, because style has suddenly become accepted to, like, every bathing suit looks like you're at a club in Miami, and they don't have an in-between. I told Paige, I was like, we have so many high-quality Giggly Squad sweatshirts. Just put that over everything.
I literally just packed denim shorts and sweatshirts and, like, T-shirts, and I don't know how the girls are not talking about this enough. Like, how do you go meet a man's family for the first time and not look like he also ties you up sometimes? Like, it's so crazy.
I saw a meme and thought of you. I think you know the one. I
know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, when the parents are like, she's so wholesome, and it shows a girl tied up, like me in his bedroom.
In her son's room. No. So
we'll
like,
get you a girl who can do both. But people always talk about what to dress to look hot. But what do you dress to? Also, you don't have a day job. A lot of people with a day job have.
Also, you don't have a real job. Do anything.
What do you do exactly? But if you had actually, I heard that at your old job, you literally wore insane things.
I wore insane things, but it's also like, we live in New York City, so you can step outside wearing anything and people are like, oh my God, it's art, it's fashion, it's like, you can wear
expression. You don't understand it.
So like, anything. Also, my parents like have lived with me now for 28 years. Like, they know when I come home, like if I'm wearing some weird, like one time I was wearing a bathing suit, my dad was like, look, we know that you are just like crazy, but like your uncle's coming over, you can't wear that. And like, valid, you got it, you're right.
Yesterday we went to the beach. My dad still thinks I'm a 6-year-old.
Yeah. And
I put on my bathing suit and he goes, where's the rest of your bathing suit? I go, Dad, it's a bathing suit.
Yeah.
It's a bikini. Like, it wasn't even, I was like full ass covered. But you know how I wear my bathing suit.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Here's why it's hard. You want to pack because you want his family to be like, she's wholesome. She's the girl next door. We love her. But you also want like your man to be like, she's so cute. Like, she's still so hot. Like, so the middle ground, what do you do?
Well, this is also the thing. I think that you are the queen of being like high fashion and very like sultry look. Like, you've really nailed it. But there are other sides to you that people don't see on Instagram.
Thank you.
And so she's like, oh my God, thank you.
You're not a one-dimensional cocky bitch.
And I think also what people forget about relationships is in the very beginning, like the hot bothered stage, it's all about pheromones. But there's going to be a time where when you get wifed up, it's because he loves your heart. He can see you being the mother of his children. Like, he can see you just hanging with his friends. Like, it's not always about being, like, having your labia out in the room.
It's just, like, being chill. So I wanted to bring the most chill vibes ever. I wanted to be like, she's so laid back.
Do you Google outfits?
No.
That would be so funny.
So I called my best friend from high school, Stephanie, and she goes, look. I go, look, you need to help me with fashion. And she goes, never once have you ever said that to me. I'm honored. I'm here for you. I am the girl at those like family parties in the t-shirt and denim shorts. She did all my outfits for the weekend. And I crushed it.
Did you wear a t-shirt and denim shorts?
Yes. Yes. I went to a family day party and I had to wear a bathing suit. And I wore denim shorts, my bathing suit, and just a white button-up. And I was,
just.
Did you
like yourself in it?
I was uncomfortable like at first, but then I was like, wait, this is a good compromise of like me being me, but also just like take it down a notch. Like, I don't need to be in like booty shorts and a matching crop top, you know, like I can just
But it's also so funny that you're your most comfortable in booty shorts and a crop top, where like I'm my most comfortable just in a baggy t-shirt and spandex shorts. And that's where I can like vibe, like I can do my thing.
I packed a lot of matching sweatsuits.
Okay, that's really good. Yeah, like I think I just love that you had to dig really deep to
I didn't pack up one pair of heels. I didn't even think about packing a pair of heels.
Wait, that's adorable.
I packed one pair of flip-flops and a pair of sneakers.
You know, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And being comfortable, it's funny because beauty is pain, but sometimes you can be beautiful without pain.
I was the most comfortable all weekend. I was like, is this what people are out here doing? Like, just
you're like,
wait, damn t-shirts
you don't have to suck in all the time?
I was like, wait a minute. I can put a hoodie on and just chill by the pool?
Wait, like, are you about to like be streetwear Paige?
No. Then I came back to New York and I was like, I can't wait to wear an outfit.
Speaking of beauty is pain.
Yeah.
I just did a TikTok on this yesterday. Have you seen the lip plumper ads?
Yeah. The ones, wait, are you talking about the ones where they are talking about the Outer Banks girl?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, first of all, doesn't the Outer Banks girl have fake lips?
I mean, her boyfriend does, so she probably does too.
They go to the same place.
You cannot tell me that John B does not have fake lips.
John B has fake lips, and it's very strange, and no one talks about it.
No,
but people need to talk about it. Like I just want people to be honest about it, because right now it's basically a Kylie Jenner thing, where Kylie's like, "Do you want lips like me? Buy these $30 lip kits, and your lips will look just like me." It's like, no, you have like thousands of dollars worth of procedures on your face.
Here's the thing. People get it twisted when we talk about plastic surgery. We're not knocking getting plastic surgery. We're knocking denying it. Like, I will tell you, I 100% at some point will get Botox, maybe get a little filler, and I am going to tell you exactly where I did it and how much I did.
She's going to swipe up.
Yeah, I'm going to have swipe ups for you.
It's funny because I'm more than you rant about it, so I'm not going to throw you under the bus with me. Let's call a spade a spade. It's my fault. Mm-hmm. But I've gotten some messages from gigglers being like, "Hey, like, I got my nose done and it made me really happy," and I was like, and she's like, "And I don't want to feel bad about it." And I was like, literally, no, I don't want you to feel like you have to change your whole face because of you're seeing online that's manipulated. Yeah. But if you wanted to change your nose and you did, it makes you happy, amazing. Yeah. Just don't think that that's what's really gonna bring you happiness. And I get afraid that girls are just gonna go overboard and just keep changing.
It's a slippery slope, because I do actually have a lot of girlfriends who have gotten nose jobs, and it has changed their life. Like, they really are so much more confident,
and they still look
like themselves. Like, unless one of my girlfriends got a lip flip. And I had seen her and I was just like, you look really good. Like, you just, I don't know, there's something about you that just like looks different. But like, it wasn't like she didn't look like herself. And she was like, I was scared to get my lips done, but I wanted something to like give me a little more confidence. And I got a lip flip and like, I feel so much better. And like, I would have never known if she didn't tell me. Like, I just saw her one night. I was like, girl, like, you just look really good.
Yeah. But when you're putting all your happiness on, like, if my face looks a type of way, it is a slippery slope. Yeah, like, it is. If your value comes from just like being like, but I do have friends who were so bullied because of their nose. So bullied. Where it's like, then you can change it. And like, because there's just certain things in society where like, if you're that different, people suck and they're going to make you feel bad about it.
I mean, I've thought about this my entire life because I've never had big boobs ever. And I think the first time I thought about like, what if I got a boob job was in high school. And every couple of months I like really think about it. And it really wasn't until, oh my God, I think I was like 25, 26, where I was just like, okay, why do I actually want it? And is it because of me? Or is it because of I think other people would think I was hotter? or other people. And once I realized like, oh, it's because I want other people to like me more, I was like, why the f would I do that? I don't give a shit. And then like my next boyfriend or whatever was like out of nowhere.
Obsessed with your boobs.
Yeah, it was like, I love how like small you are, like whatever. And I was like, okay, so like the right person is like, I don't give a. And like, so if I don't need it for me, then why would I do it?
Our mental health moment is anxiety stems from you as a person, who you are versus who you portray to the world, and the bigger difference, the bigger amount of anxiety you have. So it's like
Absolutely.
The more you can find your authentic self and like represent who you are, because also at the end of the day, what are you gonna get a nose job and fillers and lip to just look like a Walmart version of Kylie Jenner? Like, look like yourself.
Also, like, I'm sure Kylie Jenner in actual human form, like, standing next to her, she probably looks crazy.
I mean, your face is not supposed to have that much in it. But also, we're not on Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is a product of a lot of someone having a lot of attention on social media and getting a lot of hate on social media.
Yeah. Also, my mom has
young age.
My mom has like, she makes me such a hypochondriac. Like, since I was a little, she's always said the phrase like, and that'll get in your bloodstream and then you'll die. Like, about anything.
Is that why you haven't gotten Botox?
It seriously scares me. Like, even when I get like a UTI, she'll be like, that'll get in your bloodstream, which like she is right. That could happen. But like every time I think of like fillers, I'm like, yeah, but what if I am the one girl and like it gets in my bloodstream and you're die?
Or like whole half of your face just sags.
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with me.
Yeah. Oh my God. You would berate me. Like, I told you not to change your whole face.
But these lip plumpers are hilarious because I Googled them. Yeah. Basically, they're like mint and cinnamon. They basically just burn your lip.
Yeah.
So your lips are burnt. It's basically poisoning your lips. And they look a little bigger for like 10 minutes. And it hurts. Like, it's not comfortable.
Yeah, it's not fun.
And then I started to think, like, who is this making happy? Like, you're in pain. A guy you're going to kiss? Isn't that the point of lips, to be like, oh, I want to kiss her? He's going to be like, did you just put a spell on me? And then I'm definitely not happy about it because I'm ranting about it on TikTok. And then I Googled it. It's like dries out your lips. You could get infections. Like, it's so bad. And girls,
why is it so potent?
Because to make the lips big, you have to burn them. It looks like a bunch of bees. It looks like you're having an allergic reaction.
Okay, but what if we did an experiment here on Giggly Squad and I ordered it?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it.
And I tried it because I do love a lip plump.
I know, but how long do they last?
The lip glosses don't last long, like at all. Like it's like a normal lip gloss. And are you really going to
reapply all night and just be like buzzing?
You don't
like
know
you feel
me.
Like your lips are asleep.
I've never gotten to the point where my lips are fully numb, but it's like they do burn a little.
Yeah.
And I have kissed a man or two before that has been like, are you like, what is that? And I'm like, you don't know. You'll never know. Wait, why do you have Bob Ross on the Google Doc?
That's just a dope documentary.
Dude, do you know that he's my new obsession?
Did you watch the documentary?
Okay, I didn't watch the documentary, but I'm about to. I like walked into the bedroom or whatever, and Bob Ross was on the TV. And I don't think I've ever been more relaxed in my life. Like, it was so just like got out of my own head, watched this nice man paint a beautiful mountain scene. He also gives like life advice.
Life advice.
And he's so monotone, but I like it. I don't like the way he says white. He says white paint like white. But because he says it like that, I'm fine with it. Anyone else would absolutely get punched in the face. Also, do you know that you can't buy his paintings?
There's a whole lot of underneath the empire of Bob Ross. I highly recommend you guys watch it on Netflix. But Bob Ross basically invented ASMR.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like...
Happy little clouds.
I don't
say it again.
Beat the devil out of it. Beat the devil out of it. I don't want to like.
He has a whole channel.
Tell you guys what happened, but Bob Ross is an absolute angel, and he got taken advantage of with some business dealings. And basically, he lost the rights to his name. And a bunch of people, even now that he's passed away, like his family doesn't get any of it. Like, yeah.
No.
But Bob Ross is an incredible human who changed lives. You guys have to watch the documentary. So that's the dope documentary of the week, Bob Ross. And then finally, to wrap this up, even though we were like so excited to talk about in the beginning, but we got
sidetracked. What?
Curtailed. MTV Music Awards.
One of my girlfriends said to me the other day, "Do people care about these?" I was like,
I feel like it's really good, easy, quick drama because you put a bunch of celebs in a room.
Yeah, it's more like a spectacle. And I can appreciate.
Do you want me to tell you a quick review and you can give me your okay. So people liked Madonna's ass. She showed it. It looked great.
What else is new?
Lil Nas wore this incredible lilac outfit.
Yeah, I saw that.
But did you see how the presenter like totally dissed him?
No, what'd he say? Who was the presenter?
So he basically just said like, "Do I look good?" And the announcer thought she was kind of funny. Was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna say I'm hating on the fit, but let's move on." And everyone
was
like,
it?
It was kind of this just like MTV announcer.
Wait, and
Jamila Mustafa.
Didn't Billie Eilish insult? Who'd she insult?
Okay, so this
J-Lo?
one is a reach. J-Lo walks on stage and they like cut to the audience and Billie Eilish just like isn't clapping.
Oh.
But I think she was just spacing out.
Yeah, if I had $1.
Like, I know me at anything that lasts more than 30 minutes, your girl's spaced out.
Yeah, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about, like, what do we have at home that we're going to make in the air fryer? Like, what?
And then finally, this fight between Conor McGregor and Machine Gun Kelly that, like, Machine Gun's people, they didn't want to associate him with that. And they were just like, it never happened. But there's, like, all these photos.
So apparently, Conor asked him for a picture. Machine Gun said no. And then Conor McGregor threw a drink at Machine Gun Kelly. And then Machine Gun Kelly was like doing an interview and someone said, "What happened with Conor McGregor?" And he looked at the like host and then walked away. And how funny is it? Okay, always look at like the girl in that situation, because like, you know, when your man is like in a scuffle, not even a scuffle, just like fighting with someone.
Dude gets in a fight with someone. It's the most embarrassing in the world.
And you're just like, fuck. Like, what do I do as a
lost control of the testosterone
as a supportive girlfriend to him, but also just not looking like a complete,
and also like not somehow getting punched in the face like Snooki in between.
Right. And Megan Fox handled it, I think, exactly how I would have handled it. She just went, ha ha ha, and like followed her boyfriend. Was like, this is awkward, but I love him, so like, I don't know what you guys want from me.
I think this might be a lie, but
Yeah.
I like saw on a meme or something that Conor McGregor said he dresses like a real housewife, but I think that might have been a joke that someone wrote. But he was wearing an outfit that Lisa Rinna would wear.
And then I also saw some conspiracy theories that like Machine Gun Kelly is really good friends with Logan Paul, and Logan Paul and Conor McGregor hate each other, and like maybe there's something to do with that. I mean, there has to be some beef, because if I'm a celebrity and another celebrity, and I'm a status of Machine Gun Kelly, and then there's another celebrity equal or like more or less than my celebritydom. I just made that word up. And they asked me for a picture, like, I would be a little starstruck. So to say no, you have to dislike that person for a specific reason.
It's like McGregor was like poking him maybe. But also like,
yeah, like maybe he was asking for a picture, like, and being about it. And so Machine Gun Kelly was like, you know.
But also, I love that we have you guys.
No, we have
allegedly,
no idea.
We have no idea what happened. But
that was just a conspiracy theory that we made up. We have no idea.
But also, like, look at like sports announcers. They just talk for hours on what they think's gonna happen in the game, and no one has any idea.
Okay. Also, what about Megan Fox and Kourtney Kardashian being like, "Give it up for our future baby daddies"? And they were talking about Machine Gun and Travis.
I mean, the media's good. The media's good. They just
the media's been
headline.
crazy this past week. John Mulaney, Olivia Munn having a baby. Jennifer Lawrence having a baby.
I have to run. I have to head back into the city. But I'll see you this week.
Yes.
we'll have some fun events. Also, guys, our Giggly Squad merch just dropped. New
Dude,
See You in Court.
wait, Hannah.
And The Day Got Away From Me.
Hannah.
What?
It's time for us to announce.
Oh my God, we have another big announcement. Do you know the date?
No. Giggly Squad is doing a live show. In the beginning of November, we are going to Philadelphia. We will let you know the exact date, but we're pretty sure it's going to be the second weekend of November. And we're going to have just giggles in person. Like, we're going to have the best time.
It's going to be the best time. We're basically throwing just a big-ass party and performing for you guys a live Giggly Squad. And we're going to have, like, audience interaction. We're going to just pop off.
Yeah, we're going to pop off. We're just going to wing it. But we're all going to hang out.
And I feel like so many gigglers are virtually friends with each other, but this will be the first time they could get together. But you guys, I know some of you were like, why did you pick Philly? First of all, Philly invented the United States or something. Second of all, Paige's psychic said Philly was a good idea. Third of all, we wanted to just do like our first show in a market like Philly to then expand and do other states.
Yes.
But Philly was just close and had the perfect availability for us.
And we love a Philly cheesesteak. So tickets are going on sale soon, and we are so excited to meet all of you guys in person and
take a ton of photos.
Yeah, let's absolutely pop off at our live Giggly Squad.
And just giggle until we have diarrhea. Okay, guys, we love you so much, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks for giggling with us today. Bye.